What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. The easiest way to win any argument is to show the data, and the data that we can show you right now about what is popular in this country is very simple. The two most popular positions for any politician to take today in the year 2024, year of our Lord, is one, mandatory voter ID across the nation for elections, and two, term limits. Term limits is one of the most popular things because Americans know instinctually that the longer you stay in an office, the higher probability is that you'd be corrupted. If you live inside of a corrupt ecosystem that preys upon those who are already mentally unstable, because you have to be to run for office, I mean, you have to be a politician, then these systems are going to eventually break you. And the more febile you get, the more senile you get, the more broken your brain becomes as you get old and you deteriorate and you waste away, the easier it will be to be corrupted. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why we must have term limits for people like Mitch McConnell. I mean, think about the problem in this country. The problems in this country were not created by a guy who decided to run for president 10 years ago, never run for office before. It's for people like Joe Biden, who's been in office since the 70s. People like Mitch McConnell, who's been in office since the 80s. Nancy Pelosi, same thing. Chuck Schumer, same thing. The entire government was run by a gerontocracy of 80-year-olds, octogenarians, who can barely make it up the stairs and not shit themselves while they're on camera. And ladies and gentlemen, Mitch McConnell staff shitting themselves today as medical emergency staff go tearing into his office, shocking many reporters on Capitol Hill. Medical staff just went into Mitch McConnell's office. What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch McConnell fell in the Senate leadership lunch and now had to receive emergency medical treatment. McConnell spoke during the lunch. He's being checked by EMTs. He fell and he bashed his head on the side of the table, leaving a massive cut. For F's sake. Yeah, seriously. This is humiliation to our country. McConnell, not initially joining the GOP leadership press conference after the fall, McConnell wasn't seen at all today. He fell while having lunch, smashed his head, blood gushing everywhere. Mitch McConnell is a sick, sick person. People making jokes about it. I'll allow it, honestly. McConnell fell and injured his face during a Senate GOP lunch. EMS are in his office now. This guy needs to get the hell out of the Senate. Should do it for his own good, honestly. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, 82, cuts his face after fall in Capitol Hill. So he can't even stand upright at his own 2 feet. But this guy was leading the Republicans in the Senate. Yeah, I think we'll use the term leading lightly there. Okay, what happened? Leader McConnell tripped following lunch, a spokesperson said. He sustained a minor cut to his face and his wrists. He's cleared to resume his schedule. Mitch McConnell was treated by EMTs at his office after a scrape. But his successor claimed calmed nerves minutes later and announced the GOP leader was on the mend. He's fine. He's in his office, said John Thune. Few details were provided about Mitch McConnell's condition. He believed to have slipped in a room outside of the speaker's chamber, bashed open his face. Thune replaced McConnell. The Kentucky Sage announced on Friday that he was stepping down from the leadership position. That announcement came announced on February, that he was stepping down. The announcement came after the backdrop of multiple health scares, like McConnell freezing up while on camera.
Running for re-election in 2026.
Look at this. Dude, like, there's something so bitterly wrong with the people around.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Look at this old battle axe running in. He's having a stroke, is what this is.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
He's having a stroke.
Benny.
That's what's actually going on. Look at the way he's gripping the side of the table. these people are just purely.
Okay.
Remember this? Like, look at those senators. Look at their allowing to happen. There's John Thune behind him, to his great shame. John Thune ain't out of the woods. I don't have any reason to like John Thune. To his great shame, look at this. Look at all these guys. They're all in on it. We're no worse than the Democrats. We're no better than the Democrats.
Do you want to say anything else to the press?
This guy's a doctor. His name's John Barrasso. He's a doctor, so this doctor like goes in, feels his pulse. You see there, feels his pulse, and they have to shut him off. What an embarrassment! We're gonna sit there and like talk about. We're gonna sit there and talk about Joe Biden and how Democrats let Joe Biden spiraling into senility, in and out of senility, be president. But then we allow Mitch McConnell to be Senate leader? No, he makes a fool of all of us. Mitch McConnell needs to resign now. Now, I called a buddy of mine who is a senator, and I asked about this, and he's like, no, you don't understand. Mitch McConnell is literally infirmed. Mitch McConnell is gone. Like, he's gone. He's worse than Joe Biden is what I heard on the phone call. These are photos from earlier in the year of Mitch McConnell after another fall. You can see his face all bashed up. Look at his hands. Look at this. Dude is sick. Mitch McConnell got a concussion and a rib injury just falling down a flight of stairs. Look at his hands. Grotesque. Look at this. Look at the hands on. Look at his hands. Look at that. Black hands to match the black soul. He fell down the stairs at the Trump Hotel in D.C. Can you believe that? He fell all the way. He fell like down. Bum, 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 bum. The marble stairs. I don't wish any harm on him. I don't want anything bad to happen to Mitch McConnell. I want him to retire. I want him to resign. I want him to be kicked out of the Republican Party. This evening, Leader McConnell tripped at a hotel during a dinner. He was admitted to the hospital. He broke his ribs. And, I mean, look at this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Why do we allow it? We shouldn't. We really shouldn't. It's so horrible for our country. It's so terrible for us. This is a country of optimism, of hope, of energy, of the future, and this is not the future. This is very much the despicable past that deserves to, quite frankly, be forgotten, right? So Mitch McConnell, every second that Mitch McConnell remains in the Senate is an insult to the people of Kentucky, whom he represents. He actually just represents China, his family's interests in China. Sold out our nation. He's probably going to be voting against Donald Trump like this, like 90-year-old Dianne Feinstein. And Mitch McConnell's 82. He's not that much. Everyone was like freaking out. He's like just a few years away from 90-year-old Dianne Feinstein with her staffers literally screaming at her to say aye during the votes. Seriously, watch this.
Senator Feinstein.
Say aye.
Pardon me?
Aye.
Yeah.
Just say
I would like to support a yes vote on this. It provides $823 billion. That's an increase of $26 billion for the Department of Defense. And it funds priorities submitted.
yeah. Just say aye.
Okay, just
Great,
aye.
Thank you.
This was not what the founders of this nation ever intended. The people who signed the Declaration of Independence, the people who ratified the Constitution, like the average age was like 30. These were the leaders of that day. They would be disgusted seeing this. You need to say aye. You need to say aye. Ah! She died in office. She died in office. She died literally in the Senate. Is this really what our government bodies have been reduced to? No. It's so terrible for our country. Mitch McConnell needs to resign. There needs to be term limits, age limits. There are age limits for how young you can be when you're running for office. There needs to be age limit for how old you can be when you're in office. You just cut it off. Just cut it off at 70. Think about how much better our country would be if you did that. right? How much less corruption and entrenchment there would be in this nation. Just a thought. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.